line in preparation for the pouring. Calcaneal vertical, I think, is with the cast, the middle of the heel is perpendicular to the surface, so vertical. And we're going to wedge it up to kind of to make sure that it stays vertical, as that's what we've decided the position is going to be for the pouring. So we've got some wedges here that we're going to use to prop it up. Just on the medial side here. Like that, and that's what. Alright, so we mixed the plaster to consistency, quite thick, so not too runny, so it'll dry quicker, and that way it won't break when we're doing the vacuum press. So now I'm going to pour it into the negative to create the positive. And for the red as well. Alright, so the plaster is dried, and I've written the name on here so that the positive it can be identified. So what we're going to do is we're going to start ripping off the cast away from the positive. Alright, so we smoothed off the dorsal side of the positives here, and what we're going to do is we're going to check and evaluate them to see kind of how they're sitting at neutral. So I'll take the right one to start, and 0 the angulometer on the flat surface there, and just place it on the heel. Just draw a line to show where it is on the cast so that if anyone else needs to evaluate them in the future, they'll know exactly where I measured. Alright, so we can kind of see that it's sitting 2 degrees in valgus at neutral. So what we're going to do is we're going to rotate it varus a little bit until we reach 0, and that's kind of where we'll see. So that's how much we would add there. So we're going to record our findings, sitting at about 2.5 degrees valgus on the right. So minus 2.5 degrees. So in order to get to posted calc vertical, we are going to add 2.5 degrees through the dressing face to reach 0. And we'll do the same for the left now. So again, zeroing the angulometer. Whoop. Yeah, zeroed. And the left one as well, smoothed off. This one is sitting just a degree in just under a degree in valgus. So this one is pretty close. We'll have to adjust it similarly. Yeah, so we just rotate a little bit into. So at neutral, it's sitting about 0.5 degree in valgus. So we'll have to rotate that one again, 0.5 degree. That's 105. Plus 0. Closer to 0. So that's what we'll be doing in the dressing phase. Alright, so we've drawn our first and fifth landmarks on both of our positives here. First and fifth, left and right. And what we're going to do now is posting to calcaneal vertical. So we're going to go ahead and get some plaster ready. make it nice and thick so that it's nice and strong for pressing it as well, so that it's not too, God, it's a little bit too thick. Let's add a little bit of water there. Perfect. Nice and creamy. And get ready to go pose the cow. Alright, so if we remember correctly, the left foot is posted at 0.5 degrees valgus. So I am going to put a little bit of extra material under the medial side of the left cast there. Place that into the plaster. And we've zeroed the tilt box already, the angulometer to see kind of where it's sitting. We want it sitting at 0, so we are going to bring it down, down to 0. Oh. There. Oh, perfect. So the tilt box is a little bit sensitive. Oh. There we go. Sitting at 0. Perfect. And we'll touch it up along the sides and then give it a nice chance to dry there. Made contact so it doesn't rip off when we pull it off the vinyl there. Perfect. Alright, so I've gone ahead and drawn the 1st and 5th up onto the platform there and extended it up and drawn the parabolon. So I'm just going to be cleaning up the positives, taking off some of the material so that we can get the shell contour really nice. And then after that we'll be doing some heel dressing and then it'll be done. Alright, so we're going to add the heel expansion on the positives. So we're just going to do Paris standard here of 4 layers of plaster of Paris. There, just standard. Run it through. Apply it to the cast there. This will help us to determine how much fill to add on the medial and lateral arch and the width of the devices there. And I'll do the exact same thing on the other side as well. Alright, so now that we've got the dressing on, we're just going to be smoothing it out, trying to get it to match the other one that we've gone ahead and dressed as well. So in this case, the lateral columns, one of them is quite a bit higher, so we're going to be taking that down a little bit here, just with the rasper to match. And also we want to make sure that nothing is higher than the platform. Again, that's our highest point of reference. Alright, so checking the width against the positive there. We don't want it too much. In this case, the foot is a little bit wide on the lateral column, so we're just going to check to follow anatomy. We'll have to clean that up a little bit, and we want to make sure there isn't too much fill on that side. So once that's all done, we'll give it a little water spray down, and I'll show you this one here. Water wash off, just to kind of, again, smooth everything out. Make sure that the positive is nice and smooth so that when we press the shell it's not going to have any weird marks or bumps or lumps. And it'll be true to anatomy. Right, and that'll be it.